Okay, Freddy. Now we are in front of our board, and the board is about a game that I prepared for you. Yeah, you said you have this. You were an entrepreneur in a chef koch in Asian fusion food, and I thought like, okay, then let's use that. Yeah. So the game is Bits and Bytes, where data bytes meet food bites. Yeah, and we prepared the DRIVA Eats and Insight menu. And since you have a favor for Asian cuisine, yeah, we prepared an Asian menu for you. Okay, so we have appetizers, main courses, dessert, and obviously drinks that you're gonna have throughout the meal. And you see here some courses, yeah, and each of these courses, behind that there is a description, obviously, of the course, what it is about. Okay, so this is a AI Asian fusion menu. So there will be a text and there are blank spots, and the question will be then to you to fill the gap, yeah, to the blank spots. Okay, everything clear to you?
Yes, clear.
Okay, perfect. So I would say if you go to a restaurant, you start with appetizers, yeah, and the AI starters, yeah, that we have prepared are generative gyoza, neural network spring rolls, dim sum data governance. What do you favor? Where do you want to start?
Okay, maybe let's go for the data governance.
Okay.
And I will tell you why. So if I fill the blank,
Yeah.
at least in an enterprise context, you will need. Well, there's even everything. Should I read it out?
I will read it loud. I will read it loud, but you can already think about maybe the blank, yeah?
Yeah.
So, dim sum data governance. Every little piece counts. But what happens when AI governance is treated like a lazy dim sum buffet where people only take and ignore?
I think only take innovation and ignore data. I think it's so. Everybody started with ChatGPT, and first thing you want to do is write a poem. That's super nice, right? But at some time it gets boring. What you really need is data. You need to have it grounded in your business data. Yeah. And what do you need to have good data? You need data governance. If it's a swamp, it doesn't really help me. Yeah. So yeah, I think every piece counts, and you should know your pieces.
Okay, great. I like how you immediately had your answers. Oh, love it. So. But dim sum, is that something that you would eat?
Definitely.
Yeah, you love it, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Me too. I also big fan of that. Okay, do you have normally one starter or you go for two?
I only have one starter.
Really?
I like to, yeah.
Okay. And then are you one that is a person of sharing also, likes to try and share?
Yes. But maybe I'm not the best one. I'm a single child, and sharing, I give my best.
Okay.
But I love food.
Okay. Because I'm always I'm a bit different here than, for example, my wife. She always goes for the same meal. Yeah, I'm the one that says nah, today I want to try something else. So I always try something new. Yeah, and then she's like, okay, how is it? Yeah, and then she wants to try a bit from my meal. Yeah, and I'm cool with that because I also like to explore and share then new experiences with her. Yeah. Okay, so only one starter, or you want to go for another one here?
No, let's go to main course.
Okay.
I'm in for the main course.
Okay, main course. AI that packs a punch, yeah?
Yeah.
So, the big data bao bun, yeah? Self-learning Szechuan chicken, or the decentralized data hot pot?
Oh, I love hot pot. Actually, there's a very good Heidi Lau. I don't think there's one in Germany, but it's the best hot pot you can find.
Okay.
And so if somebody wants to eat a hot pot, Heidi Lau. So I will go for the decentralized data hot pot.
Okay. There you go. Oh, wait.
And sorry for my pronunciation. I think Heidi Lau is pronounced differently, but you will find it if you Google it.
Okay. So the decentralized data hot pot. Everyone throws in their own data ingredients, hoping it works out. But too many and not enough lead to complete data chaos.
I think everyone throws in their own data ingredients, hoping it works out, but too many data pots at first, and not enough I think centralized governance lead to complete data chaos. What do I mean with it? If you try to do everything at once, it won't work. It's a bit of the mushrooming theme I had. So if all the mushrooms come up and we are not really clear about the data sources or domains, it will get super hard. So I think companies that thought about data mesh before, that thought about how to structure it, have an advantage, because once you have this data mesh concept kind of introduced, you know how to intertwine and interlink data, and you have made it very clear what data actually does or defined your data, right? So if you don't have that, maybe it's good to have a rather gradual approach. Start with one data domain that is decentralized, then all decentralized data domains.
So basically what should be maybe added here is, but too many, too fast, different data domains, and not enough centralized lead to complete data chaos. I like that because it is about decentralized data hotpot, and you throw in that it's a level of centralization needed.
Just on the top.
On the top.
Because again, we talked about the skill sets. You maybe don't have not everyone has the skill set to build agents. If you try to educate each and every one in each and every data domain, you will just actually lose track. You won't be that fast. You will lose speed. Instead of having a centralized, let's call it agent fabric, where you can push that out and the data domains kind of deliver the context. So I think it's really about the approach, and I would say a centralized approach with centralized AI approach with decentralized data domains is the right one.
Brilliant, and I agree. I mean, I agree with you. There needs to be a certain level of centralization, for the sake of maturing enough in the capabilities and setting up the guardrails, or the framework, so that then the domains or the experts, the professionals can then really engage in that. Otherwise, you have like a very heterogenic picture again, and silos built on silos. And I think that's what needs to be avoided. Really, love it. Really good. Okay, so when you are in a restaurant, do you order your drink with the appetizer, or you're one of the persons that eats and then at the end is only drinking?
I drink at the end. I don't like to drink while eating. I try to really focus on food. I never got the concept of wine pairing, to be honest. Because I usually focus on the food rather than on drinks. But after that, a good chill drink is nice.
Okay, I'm similar. I like to have it already when I have my main, because sometimes I need to kind of because I'm a very fast eater, so I need to digest a little bit. But then I basically drink always at the end. Okay, so then we don't go on the drinks. You good with one main course, or you think like there's something that you would like to go also here on the main?
Let's go for another main because I love Sichuan chicken.
Okay.
So
let's see what is. So let's see if you like this one here. If this one is also fitting you. Self-learning Sichuan chicken, spicy, unpredictable, and constantly adapting. But should AI models really be learning without?
That's a tricky one. But should AI models be really learning on their own without governance? Why do I say it's a tricky one? Because I think like this self-learning, that was something that data protection people really were frightened of, but that doesn't really happen in an enterprise context, honestly. So the only self-learning, and now we'll get a bit technical, is that it knows your history. And that's actually a good thing, because you don't want to ask the same things over and over again, or it should actually know, this is Freddy, he works with XYZ, and that's why I should present that data. So I think there is only one problem with this. If most of the AI is used in an enterprise context without self-learning capabilities, might that have an impact? And that's just me trying to make sense out of it. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Might that impact how AI models will evolve in the future? Because they only get feedback from a consumer side. So I think that could be something that it actually goes into a certain direction. We talked about bias. So if we do not learn from any enterprise customer Does that make something with AI models? I don't know, but it could be, because I think the questions I ask my AI model at work are very different from the recipe I ask for at night.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying. And what I would like, maybe what I would add here when I was thinking about this question was like, I had the same with you. Should AI models really be learning by itself without data quality rules? That was a bit like this, like data quality standards, because you gave that example with the product sheet, yeah? So to know if the real or the content that you really are looking for is there, yes, it needs a little bit of human interfering, but the human interfering here is maybe also very about quality standards, quality rules, yeah, and requirements that you want to see then, yeah?
Maybe I would phrase it differently. I would say every data that an AI model or a large language model has access to, for example, by using RAG, should be quality approved.
Yes.
Maybe that is it. And we can use AI to actually do those data quality rules. Yes. But I think there could be a twist towards it, because again, there is something about data being shown by AI, being, fancy, nice table, where people might not be as critical to it as if it is just in your SAP database and you're checking it, right? So that could be something where we really need data quality, or otherwise we will always need data quality. Like AI won't vanish, or data quality won't vanish due to AI. It will actually get more important, I guess.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Desserts. Do you like desserts?
I'm not a sweet tooth.
Okay.
I don't eat a lot of sweets. I usually would opt in for cheese, but sometimes I really have this desire, and then I eat a lot of sweets. So it doesn't happen often, like on a quarterly basis. But then I'm really in for it.
Okay. I mean, like I'm normally very boring, yeah, and I have no addictions, but my addiction is really sweets. Like I could finish a entire chocolate bar by myself within like minutes, I really have to stop myself. So I'm always, when we go out for food, like there's a spot in my stomach only for desserts, yeah, that will not be filled by a main course. Yeah. Okay, the responsible AI mochi, the oops, I automated my boss, the last bite AI fortune cookie. Which one is speaking to you?
Well, they're all really good, honestly. And I could talk a lot about them. Maybe we'll have two desserts.
Yeah.
Let's start with the responsible AI mochi.
I love that.
Mochis are also something.
Yeah.
Did you know you can get them freezed? Like freezed mochis as well?
Yeah.
I like them. It's like mochi ice.
Soft on the outside, but tough on.
I think it's soft on the outside, but tough on. That's a good one.
Take your time, no worries.
I think the first thing that came into my mind is like soft on the outside, but tough on innovation. Because first things people will say is, why do I have to implement responsible AI before bringing AI systems into production? So every digitization manager will say, hey, why? Let's start us and learn. But I think responsible AI should be a core pillar, and you should define it. And we talked a lot about bias and a lot about what models might have for a bias. I think that's also, when it comes to the use of AI, maybe they will at some point write emails to a customer. Maybe the tonality should be in a way that you think it is responsible and ethically correct. And also it's about how you use AI in a general place. Again, marking AI content as AI content is also responsibility, something you have to think about. So I think it might feel like it hinders innovation first, but it actually doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to a similar direction, soft on the outside, but tough on the purpose. Yeah. So responsibility combined with, like having really a purpose for it, not just for doing AI for the sake of AI, really being also here looking on the purpose. Okay, cool. So Another dessert?
Yes. The oops, I automated my boss. Definitely.
Okay. The oops, I automated my boss cheesecake. Sorry, I covered the cheesecake part. Yeah, sorry. Companies are rushing to automate workflows, but what's one AI-driven job replacement that might?
I think companies are rushing to automate workflows, but what's one AI-driven job replacement that might be unwanted, maybe? Let's call it unwanted, because I'm telling you why. Because this I automated my boss is really something that I think a lot about, and that's really like under to middle management. So what I really see is now what I call that convergence of roles. Now I can do a lot with AI. I can understand how other business units think, and I think I can also do a lot of tasks that like the team leads do. I can now do also with AI tools. So this not the cultural part. So I think they still need it, but I think a lot of this. I will align with somebody, or I will do this, could be some part also of AI. So I don't think that bosses are automated, but I think that there is a huge part in also like workflows where I have to approve something and stuff like that. There is I don't know, travel expenses my boss has to approve. Maybe that at some point, it's usually rule driven. There's an expense policy, something my boss doesn't have to do anymore, but that an AI could do. Which we usually don't think about because it doesn't feel, usually feels like it's just the data entry maintenance folks, for example. But I think there's a lot of potential also in the cumbersome work of team leads.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And you immediately got the setup of this course because, oops, I automated my boss. That's exactly this, playing a bit with these. Everyone will be kind of replaced by AI, but is that really the case? Yeah. And you mentioned the mid management. So certain parts of decision proving and so on can be replaced or substituted. I like that. I like that very much. Yeah. And I think it's also the way it should go because on one hand, we are always also complaining about lack of time. Yeah. So this here gives us obviously then the chance to say like, okay, there is enough time now, yeah, no?
And I think that's something I want to emphasize. I don't think that the team leads will vanish. I don't think that they will be replaced. Yeah. But I think it's like an intriguing thought because a lot of things that actually team leads do is cumbersome and process driven. Yeah. And what we should really focus on is culture, like listening to your employees, being there, coaching them. And sometimes it's just too many meetings aligning something. It's too many approvals. It's too many, did you complete your learning kind of stuff. So I think that really will help team leads.
Cool. Okay. I hope you enjoyed so far the courses that you had.
Pretty tasty, yeah.
Yeah. You said you go for the drinks at the end. The future of AI in a glass. Yeah. Which one is it for you? The hallucination highball, the cloud martini shaken not on-prem, or the quantum bubble tea?
Like very good again. At first I thought like hallucination highball because highball is also like I think with a lot of alcohol would fit to hallucination. Yeah. But I think honestly hallucination is not that big problem anymore. Yeah. Seeing that we will retrieve that data from other sources, I would go for the cloud martini, shaken not on-prem.
Cool. Then let's go for it. So, the cloud martini, shaken not on-prem. Cloud AI is all the rage, yeah. But the real downside of keeping everything in the cloud instead on-prem is?
Cloud AI is all the rage, but the real downside of keeping everything in the cloud instead of on-prem is, I would say, is neat. Then it's no downside. I think it is actually I would say cumbersome. Okay. Because now let's think about what we do a lot. It's this data silos. What will happen if I have something on-prem? It's a data silo, but sometimes people like that. They want to have their shared folder where they have their Excel, which they then always put into a company report again. So, okay, I will change my mind. Is also the downside is that it's a culture change. We will have to think about cloud first because it will enable us to actually have a data harmonization. And I think it will just also take time because we have to identify those data silos. And that could be the Z-Laufwerk, sorry for my German, but it's some kind of on-prem folder a team is using. It could be the legacy systems where we still have data, which is not harmonized. And that will take time. Problem is, sometimes business critical processes are still living in those systems, and usually legacy systems are hard to learn and not very favorable from the user interface. So this would be a high potential for efficiency. We can't just reach them. We'll take that migration effort.
Yeah, I love that answer. Really good. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, makes a lot of sense what you're saying. Okay, Freddy, I think we are through.
I go for one drink only.
You go for one drink, right?
It's Thursday. Yeah.
I was about to say it's too early. It's Thursday. Yeah. How was it for you? Did you like? How was it for you? Was it easy or you were struggling a bit?
I thought like it got harder the longer the evening was. I mean, it was very cool, but I mean, it's compelling because you think about things, and you also think about what I really loved is I kind of struggled with I automated my boss question, because first I thought like, oh, efficiency, let's get efficiency, maybe we get something out of this, but I really believe like a lot of things will think you're intrigued to think about culture change, and a lot of things we saw here is, hey, we're still on the verge of entering that era. And it will take time until each and every one will actually feel secure with AI.
Yeah. So you would say what you picked here is something that is also on your table regularly when you have your meetings and sessions and so on.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
A lot. But what I would love to speak even more about the culture part, because I think it's a lot of technical problems that I would try to solve, and that's my job. That's fine. But I think what really is in my interest is also like speaking about that culture shift. Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna do this now. Let's go back to the sitting position and continue there. All right.
Perfect.
Thank you for having. Yeah, it was fun. I liked it. What you answered. It was cool.
Good menu. Thank you.
Okay.